Hey, what's up? Ken from Palm Beach Dyno here. I wanted to give you guys an update on my car. As you can see from the title, it's now going by the name of Deadpool. To be honest, I'm not a huge comic book fan, but I love the movie, I love the story, and more importantly than anything is the car really matches the theme of Deadpool on quite a few different levels, especially the color scheme. Anyway, I wanted to give you guys an update what's going on. If you saw our videos recently, the car went to 830 at 168 at the Mod Nats, but we broke, and then I broke again. My plan originally was to try and go 7s with the old turbos and the old intercooler and then switch out to our new setup, but we decided to go ahead and just go ahead and do all that right now. So let's go. I want to review exactly how the car was set up before. Before it was Gen 1 6266 precision turbos with 1,000 horsepower Bell core intercooler. This is basically the fluid turbo system as it comes when you buy it with the air to water unmodified. So, you know, obviously it's a great kit. I went real fast with it, but at some point, specifically the intercooler runs out quick. So an intercooler change is a little bit more difficult than a turbo change, especially air to water, fitment reasons and all that. That's why I was putting it off, but now we're going to go ahead and do it. So first off, let's talk about what turbos we're going to put on it. I went round and round with this decision. I was thinking, you know, precision is obviously a great choice. I love precision and use precision a lot, and I'll continue to use precision a lot, but I wanted to try something different. I was originally thinking about the Precision Gen 2 6466 or possibly even the 6870s. I went ahead and decided to go with a completely different brand. I went with the Dyno rotor turbos, the 105 68. Okay, now we're throwing around all these numbers: 62, 66, 105, 68. That's a big, huge number change. 62 to 105. Well, that really leads to the next tech video I'm going to do for you guys real soon, which is going to be turbo technology, specifically the naming conventions all the different turbo manufacturers use. It gets very confusing even for me, and I deal with it every day. And we'll go over what all those numbers mean across all the turbos, but as far as Dyno rotor goes, it's a 105 pound per hour. It's rated, that's the airflow that the turbo is rated for. Whereas with the Precision, the 62, the 64, the 68, that's the inducer on the compressor side of the turbo in millimeters, which to translate the Dyno rotor turbo to that, this would be a 7268 as opposed to a 6870. So 72 is the compressor wheel and the exhaust wheel is 68. So anyway, the other big change is going to be the intercooler. The intercooler is we're sticking with a Bell core, but obviously it's a much bigger core. Here it is right here. This is going to be a custom designed setup by RareFab. That's why it's just the core right now. We've got the old turbos off. Let's go ahead and show you some stuff here. So as you can see, this kit is a T4 kit. We just took the turbos off. Cody Batten from Batten Motorsports bought the old turbos off this, which are currently right here. This is the 62 millimeter Gen 2 setup. These are great to me. I love this turbo. It's a great go-to turbo. Here's the Dyno rotor. 72 is what it winds up being. Obviously ball bearing. A little bit more information about these Dyno rotors. This is I don't know exactly how it works, but you know, they call it a partnership between Forced Performance, which is Jose is very well known in the turbo world. Some of the fastest single turbo cars out there are using his stuff in the Coyote game. Tile, which obviously we all know from their turbocharger components, and Jose from Forced Performance teamed up, and this is a new company, I guess. It's under the Tile name. When I called there, we paid Tile. I'm not sure exactly how it works. Either way, they're badass. So there's a lot to it, and you can go look at zonrotor.com. But one of the cooler things is the center section, as you can see here, is all stainless steel, which is a very nice feature. Normally, not not normally, but depending on how you order it, you can get the tile exhaust housings for these, except I use T4, and all the tile stuff is either T3 or excuse me, it's a V-band, stainless steel V-band, which I would have liked, but you know, it's silly for us to modify these manifolds. These manifolds are cast stainless steel. I'm not sure exactly what you can see there, but you know, I'm sure you guys have seen them online. If you're wondering what this line is here, this is to measure back pressure on the on each side. I have one of those. Here's the other one over here. Here's the line right here, and that's measuring back pressure, which goes over here to this dampener, which I got from T1 Race Development, and then it's got the pressure sensor, which I log. Here's the intercooler setup. That's a huge intercooler core right there. That piece is going to sit right here in the middle of the car. We're going to have, obviously, each turbo is going to feed into a top tank into the intercooler, blow down, and then from the bottom, the pipe's going to come up, wrap around the intercooler, and back into the throttle body here, which right now we have a stock throttle body on our Plasma Man intake. I'm switching this out to the Ford Racing billet throttle body, which I believe is made by AccuFab. And to be quite honest, that is a cosmetic modification. I could obviously paint this one black, but since this is anodized, I want to get the Ford Racing one anodized black to match. And then on the Zana rotors, we're going to go ahead and get these front covers polished and get these anodized black. I'm going to get some new wastegates anodized black, so if anybody's looking for some wastegates, I'll have those for sale. But anyway, I just wanted to give you guys a little bit of a sneak peek as to what's coming up for Deadpool, and also give you guys a little bit of information about these not new, but a lot of people don't know about these turbos. It's a little bit of a niche deal. Badass, you know, great tech. It's just not widely known. You actually see these a lot more on the exotic cars. I believe T1 uses these sometimes on the GTRs. I've seen them on Lambos. Fat House uses them on their GT350 badass turbo kit. So they're a badass turbo, and so is Precision. I mean, these have done great for me, and nothing wrong with Precision whatsoever. So anyway, I'm going to sign off here, but we'll go ahead and update you guys as things progress. Obviously, bolting on the turbos are not a huge deal, as you can see. They're fairly similar in size as far as the footprint of the turbo, but the bigger change is going to be the intercooler. One thing I didn't mention on this setup is we're also going to do the 15 plus computer on this car at the same time. Why am I going to the 15 plus computer? Well, on 11 to 14, you're limited to between 8 and 8100 RPM, depending on the car and reliability. And you really can't shift it right at that. You got to shift it, you know, at 79 or 8000. And between the big camshafts I have in this and this Plasma Man intake with the short runners and the big turbos and everything, it adds up to really wanting to be a more high RPM setup. So we're going to do that with the 15 plus computer. We'll put the 15 computer in it. We should be able to spin 9,000 RPM all day. I suspect I'll be doing, you know, between 8,500 and 8,800 shift points, but we'll find that out as we go, and we'll keep you updated on all that. So anyway, tune in to our channel, subscribe, like us on Facebook, and we'll be going to be bringing you a ton of videos on this car. Tech videos, remember the turbo tech video talking about all the different naming conventions of the turbos and what they actually mean to help make it easier for you guys to decide between different brands of turbos. So that video will be our next tech video coming up in the next day or two, so stay tuned.